guess you don't want to be kicking in anything like this on Sunday, this wind.
No, it was a beautiful day here yesterday. Sun was out, the bay was flat. We come to the clinic today and kids are getting blown away on the punt road. But yeah, hopefully that dies down by the weekend, and looking forward to getting back on into a game in Melbourne. It's been a big few weeks away.
And it is, you're at the MCG, kids can come in for 3 under 14 as well, so hoping for a pretty decent crowd.
Yeah, we are. School holidays are well and truly in full force. I've got 3 kids at home myself, so I know all about that, but they're going to be at the game on the weekend. Hopefully we get a massive turnout of Melbourne kids, just like we have today, to come in. There's lots of activations at the G they can come and get involved in, and looking forward to them coming to watch us play as well.
Jake, you're arguably playing career best footy at the moment. You've never averaged more goals in a game in your entire career. What's been the secret, I guess, behind it?
I can't really pinpoint it. I guess experience, been around for a little while now, coming into the end of my career, playing with a little bit more freedom, probably worrying less about whether I play or not in the team each week. Yeah, just enjoying it. I think we've got a good group of young kids that I'm enjoying playing with each week that are keeping me invigorated, and watching guys like Cozzy run around, kick you the ball in your chest, it's pretty nice to be a part of.
So what would your mindset be, I guess, 5 years ago, walking into a game or at the start of the week compared to now? Just a quick insight to that.
Oh, look, it's not too different. I guess, when I'm in my 16th season now, so it's not that you care any less. It's just that you know that the end's near, and you just sort of go out there and play a bit more. And my dad always said to me throughout my whole career, play every game as if it's your last, and the reality is you don't do that until you get towards the end. So maybe I'm channeling a little bit of that.
Are you signed on for next year?
No.
So how are contract negotiations going? I assume you want to play on next year?
I'm not too sure how they're going. I haven't really spoken a hell of a lot with the club or my manager about that. So at the moment, I'm just sort of focusing on playing with these young guys, enjoying my footy, making the most of my opportunities for whatever lies ahead, and yeah, enjoying it.
Can you see the direction? You must have taken a bit of confidence team-wise out of pushing the Crows. They're pretty handy side and they're in good form.
Yeah, we can. Like the first quarter, we were dominant. We just didn't capitalise in front of goal, and that would have sort of given us a little bit of a buffer when they got that momentum back in the second quarter, in the latter half of the second quarter. So we still believed, and we showed a lot of fight on the weekend. Like even 5-10 minutes to go, it's a few goals. We felt like we sort of had them where we wanted them, but they're a quality outfit. Playing the Crows at Adelaide Oval is a tough gig, whether they're in form or not, and they're probably going to be a top 4 side and go deep in finals. So we pushed them, but obviously we didn't get the result, so we'll just keep plugging away for the rest of the season.
Jake Lever said that he heard a crack in his leg during the game on the weekend. He went off, came back on. Max Gawn had a bit of injury concern as well. How are those two guys pulled up?
I think they're fine. I think Jake came back on after his little incident, which was concerning at the time, but the fact that he came back out is a great result. Max, I'm not sure what's wrong with Max, but no doubt he's a bit battered from the role that he plays each week for us, which is huge. So he looks like he's enjoying himself up the back there with the kids. So I think they'll both be fine this week.
A report yesterday of an in-season tournament, potentially the finals opportunity for teams that are out of the hunt on offer. What's your sort of stance on that?
Well, that's the first I've heard of it. It'd be great if it was us. I'll take it, but if it's not, then I don't really care.
Big finals, probably a little bit of a stretch now. What's the most important thing that you're looking to get out of Sunday?
It's a stretch, but until it's, I don't know if we're mathematically out of it or not. I haven't looked, but the reality is we've got 8 more opportunities or 7 more opportunities of footy to go out there and keep building on, what's been a decent month apart from the Port Adelaide game. So opportunities are there to keep improving each week, keep showing the demon spirit that we've showed, and keep improving. That's the main thing. We want to improve each week. We want Matthew Jefferson, Colton Tolstrup, Jacob Van Rooyen and these guys to keep improving and going out there and putting their best foot forward, because these guys are the future of the footy club and we're looking forward to that.
North Melbourne's probably a different proposition to what they were 10 weeks ago, say. What have you guys identified early in the week as some of their biggest strengths, and have you noticed that they've really come a long way in the last few weeks?
Yeah, they've come a long way. Today, this is our first contact hour of the week, so we haven't delved too much into what they're going to bring. We'll do that when we go inside, but yeah, I've watched a little bit of them lately, and yeah, they're playing with some good spirit and playing a nice brand of footy. So, and they got our measure earlier in the year, I think round 2. So we're looking to get some retribution for this game.
So just back to your contract, if the club does come to you in the next few weeks and wants you to go again, you certainly will. Have you made up that decision in your mind?
I haven't made that decision up in my mind. Once we talk about it and sit down with them, we'll start to discuss the nuances of it all. But I have a chat with my family as well. Like, I've got young kids that play sport on weekends, and I think my son's played 10 games and I've been to 2 of them. So he'd probably like me at a few more of his games. But in saying that, he does like coming to watch his dad at the G as well. So they're all just little things that you got to talk about. And as I said, I haven't thought about much of it at all to date. So we've got 8 weeks, no rush. I'm not going anywhere. So yeah, I'll either be at Melbourne or I won't. That's how it is. So.
Have you ever thought about life after footy? You seem like a bit of an on-field coach, and even when you're injured, you're playing a role, which I know some players struggle to do. Do you want to head down that path eventually?
I've tossed and turned with that a little bit. At certain stages, I think when I had my knee and I was putting time into that each week with the group, I enjoyed it. I've got a few other off-field interests that I like as well, that I'm doing in parallel with my career at the moment. So I think when the time comes and I do finish up, I'll stick to those. And I think when you finish footy, you want to get some of your life back. And coaching, it's probably double the hours that we do as players. We have it pretty good and a lot of pressure. So again, it's something that we'll look at in due course if that arises. But yeah, I've got some other things I'm interested in as well.
What about the mental side? Are you still enjoying your footy, compared to earlier in your career?
Yeah, I'm loving my footy. The mental side of it doesn't get any easier. I'm our oldest player. I think on the on-field warm-up before the game this week, I got a stitch, which was slightly concerning, and I was fatigued early on in the warm-up. We laugh about it because the warm-ups are quite hard, but yeah, it doesn't get any easier mentally. But I do love it, and once the siren goes and you get to compete and you get to dig in and put your strengths on show and put your best foot forward, that's what I love.
You mentioned the difficulty of coaching before. There's incoming CEO back footy this morning, and for next year, how has he helped you progress your footy as coach?
Oh, Goody's been my coach nearly my whole career. I think I've had 2 or 3 years of my 16 without him. So yeah, I've nearly spent half my life with him. So he's been a massive influence on me, as you'd expect, not only on field as a player, but also off the field. We have a great relationship and bond. So yeah, he's been huge for me, and he's huge for our group. Like, we're not getting the results at the moment, but our brand is looking strong, and we're right behind him, and he's coaching well.
Jake, you seem you're not too far off as a group, mate. The fact you can go and push the Crows and you've beaten Brisbane in Brisbane, can you identify what you need to add to your group or strategy just to get back in that real pointy end again?
I think at the moment, like when we went to the bye, it was around our inconsistencies. We pushed Collingwood to within a point. We probably should have won that. We should have won that game. I think we lost it rather than them taking it from us. But it's just our inconsistencies in our behaviours throughout the 4 quarters. So we're putting good periods together and getting good momentum, and then sides are arresting that back just through them executing their game plan as well. So I think, yeah, we're building, and the consistency's getting there, and we're trying to become a great team through actions and behaviours. And I think, yeah, as I said, consistency is the main one. Doing it for 4 quarters.